G'day guys, how are we going? So, how to clean your cast iron frying pan after cooking in it? Well, I get asked this question a fair bit. You know, people asking me, how do you clean your cast iron cooking gear? Well, I'm going to show you guys how I've been doing it forever. And you know what? It doesn't involve using soap. So, let's get into it. So you've just finished, cooking yourself a really nice breakfast, and now you've got to get your cast iron frying pan all nice and clean. It's a bit crusty in there. And this is the perfect time to get onto it now while it's still hot, still warm. You don't want to let it cool down, because if you take it away and then let it cool down for an hour or so and then try and do it, it just makes it that much harder to clean. So get on the initial clean, just good old paper towel. We always carry plenty of that around. Just get that initial clean done. And just get all that oil, all that excess oil that's in there, just soak all that up as best you can, just to get rid of that. And then you're pretty much just left with, it's pretty much all soaked up now. So that's all now ready for the next stage. So the next stage is, if I can go on the fire, next stage is we're going to put some water in the frying pan here, in my cast iron frying pan, and going to then boil it up. But I've had that going for a little while, so that water now is warm, or pretty hot. You don't want to put cold water straight out of your water tank, straight into, or out of the river, whatever, straight into a hot cast iron frying pan, because hot cast iron and cold water don't mix, and generally your cast iron, whatever it is, your frying pan or your camp oven, going to crack open. So make sure your water is warmed up before it goes in the frying pan. So we'll get that stage going. Get me belly over here. Just got to grab myself a glove, and I'm just going to tip this water straight into the frying pan. You hear it sizzling away there, and that's what you want, all right? Sizzling away. And just fill it up, just till the base is all completely covered, like so. Now what I'm going to do now is just kick back for a while, wait till that's really boiling up, and then we'll show you the next stage from there. So just now, while that water's now starting to boil up there and got plenty of steam coming out of it, just grab your egg flip and, well, in my case, my old bricky trowel, and just give that a good scrape, and it's just over the top of it, up and back and forth. Just lift any of that crusty stuff that was left over from your amazing meal that you cooked up. Just give it a run back and forth a few times. Now that's starting now, boil up really nicely all through the frying pan there. So I say, you got to make sure you get the whole bottom, all covered up with water, and then just give it a bit of a scrape with the egg flip. And that just loosens everything up. This is going to be absolutely spotless by the time I finish with this. It's going to look amazing. Right, that's been boiling up enough now, so I'm just going to take it out the back here, tip the water out of it, and then we'll see how it looks. I'll just give it a bit of a swirl around while you're doing that. Make sure you get a glove and make sure you don't burn yourself, because it is really hot, this water. Tip that out. That is absolutely spotless. So what we're going to do now for this last stage, so just let it cool down for whatever it takes, just until you can touch it comfortably, and then we'll get on to the next stage. Righto, that's not too bad now. That's sort of cooled down enough to work with. So from this stage here, I'll just get a bit of paper towel. Again, paper towel comes handy for everything. Just give it a bit of a wipe around, like so. That's that. You can see now that is so clean, it is just absolutely beautiful. Now this frying pan of mine, this would be easily the best part of 15 years old, and it has never ever seen a soapy wash. It's never ever had detergent or anything put in it to wash it. I've always washed it in the way I've just shown you. And the reason why I don't put soap, do soapy washes, particularly with cast iron, because the soapy flavours or that sort of thing can go into, soak into your cast iron. And then the next time you go and cook up your bacon, eggs, or your snags, or your nice bit of porterhouse steak or something like that, well, fair chance that whatever you're cooking up is going to have a bit of a soapy taste to it. So that is why I never ever use soap in my cast iron cook gear, and that's how I've been doing it forever. Now there's just one more stage to go, because now we've got to season it and get it ready for the next time we go and cook it up, and make sure it doesn't rust. So we'll get that stage done. So the final stage now, like with any of your cast iron gear, you've got to season it so it doesn't go rusting while you've got it in storage and waiting for the next time. So I just use a bit of cooking oil. And the other thing too, I've got a rag here. Now I keep this in my camp box all the time. You don't want to use paper towel for this stage, paper towel with oil, because when you're rubbing it around there with some oil on it, you're going to get all that sort of fluffy stuff from the paper towel coming off it. So don't use paper towel for that stage. So, but a good rag here, and you know, it's well oiled up. So I just keep this in my camp box, and it just needs a little bit of oil. Don't want to stack on it, all right? It doesn't need, you know, half a bottle of oil. It just needs a small drip on there like so. That is plenty, absolutely plenty. Get the cap out for that. And then what we're going to do with that now, this is what's going to stop it from rusting. So we're just going to grab that and just grab your rag and swirl it around. Get it all the way in to all the corners in there. That is absolutely beautiful. And there we go. Now have a look at that. That is absolutely spotless. Now ready to go camping for the next time you want to do a cook up. And that is exactly how I say, you know, I've been doing cleaning my cast iron cooking gear for all those years, and it's exactly the way how I've been doing it. Just simple, just boil some water up, clean it out, let it cool down, put some oil in it, put it away, and it's ready to go for next time. So when you pull it out, whether it be, you know, in a week or a month or a couple of months, it's still going to look like that. You know, it's still going to look beautiful and clean because you've got some oil on it and stop it rusting up. So there you go, guys. So that is how you clean your cast iron frying pan after cooking on it, and now it's ready for your next trip. So I hope that little tips helped you out, and fair chance, I reckon, I'll catch you somewhere out here in the bush someday. See you later on.